So luckily, I still have a house phone, because otherwise, I would call the phone, and then I had to go like, start walking around and around, where did I lay it, some random place.
Okay, we are live. Okay. Do you want to call us to order, Trish? 6:39?
I move that we bring this meeting to order, the Salem Township, Delaware County Advisory Board meeting, come to order at 6:30.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Roll call. Trish Carroll.
Here.
Teresa Hensley.
Here.
Dennis Bourne. Me, I'm here. Okay, you should have copies of your minutes from the last meeting as well. I have the official copy, but in quick review, we approved the February meeting minutes, we went over the bank recs and the financials.
Yeah.
You guys officially approved the recommendation to purchase the ladder truck, which we have, yay. If you wanna take a look at it when you're done, I'm sure they'll be happy to show you. The fire chief gave us his update. We have the EMS week celebrations, which are in 9 days, so the Saturday of Memorial Day. The free CPR classes for everybody, blood pressure checks, car seat safety checks, tours of the station, a blood drive, and then additionally at a cost there will be food trucks, and then there's a DJ, so everybody's invited to come and have fun.
What's the times?
What's the time? It's on Facebook, but I honestly don't remember. I should have looked at that. Okay. And then we talked about legal counsel. Joe Retz is not our attorney, but we're sticking with the brand, so the contract is still the same. None of that's changing. And then you guys made the motion to change your territory board appointments. So representing the township on the territory board is Trish, Ron, and Amy Morgan. And then in other new business, you guys noted that you appreciate the work of the fire chief and the trustee. And we didn't have any public comment, and then we adjourned at 7:04.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I second.
Okay, first was Teresa, second is Trish. Everybody in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay,
CPR class is at 8 AM to 12 PM.
Okay.
Blood drive is 10 AM to 2 PM.
8 to what was the CPR?
8 to 12. What'd you say for the other one, Ben?
Blood drive is 10 to 2. Car seat safety checks is 12 to 3. And then there's another CPR class, 1 to 5, and then blood pressure checks, 3 to 5. So all in all, 8 to 5 PM.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Who's usually well attended?
First time I've done it.
Oh,
They used, I did one years ago, I had a helicopter and all that stuff, and we had a lot of people show up.
okay.
It'll be one of those things where it grows every year.
Yeah, if you can't afford to travel, because gas is too much. Stay home.
Okay, so we talked about this with the fire territory. I'm gonna fill you guys in on it too, especially because you and Teresa were not here. So we had what we know was a retaliatory but anonymous complaint on the fire department to OSHA. So OSHA sent their notification. It was the day after we separated with an employee, so it's very obvious who did it. That being said, can't prove it, whatever. So their complaint, generally speaking, is that our apparatuses go 95 miles an hour all the time, that none of our seatbelts work, and that we have people fighting fires that aren't certified to do so. So when Bud got that, in response to that, what we did was he contacted 36 Diesel Repair. They've done some mechanical work for us. They came out and actually completed an inspection to prove that none of our apparatuses can actually even go 95 miles per hour. With the exception of the battalion, it could, but that's not the complaint.
So it's been that one lady complained.
Yes. So that is obviously null and void. Then he contacted Chief Hicks at Daleville Police Department. He came out and actually verified that every single seatbelt that we have and every single apparatus is fully operational, clicks in and out of place as it should. And then was kind enough to provide a letter on their letterhead. And then the, as far as like the training, on fires go, they keep daily logs and checklists. And so we sent over, probably 250 sheets worth of
Who'd you have to
logs and
send that
checklists
to?
to OSHA directly. So we got a chance to respond, and they definitely treated it like they knew that this might not be a full information received kind of
But we
complaint.
still had to pay.
So we did, yeah, we did. Now, we have this on file, so the apparatuses are certified that they don't.
How long
go
does
up.
that last, you know?
Well, I mean, they'll, unless we
How
single
long, how
them.
much did it cost to do all
It
this?
was $390 to have them come out
But
and
it's just a
verify.
pain, you
Just
know?
because of somebody.
So much sour curry.
It's better if it would all have been legit.
So they
Now you're
require,
looking at $10,000 per offense.
oh, for sure.
Potentially.
Oh, they fine you, oh, okay.
Yeah. So then Bud sent all of that back. They've already confirmed that they have it. Their process by law is that now the person who made the complaint will be notified of their findings, which is obviously that we're not in violation of these things.
So agree tell you who is the person that did, how loud did that?
They won't. But that person then has 2 weeks to respond back
Well,
with an
they'll
appeal.
find that person for, causing, if there's no complaint,
Yeah.
If you're all compliant, you're making these things, they'll charge them like $500 just for
Mhm.
making these ridiculous accusations.
That's the fancy one.
I know.
Story of my life.
Exactly.
So anyway, once we get word back from them after that 2 weeks has elapsed, assuming that they don't file, an appeal, which they can't, I mean, we provided proof that obviously
You
they
may have another complaint too, they may think of something.
And OSHA is now aware, the person that we talked to, they're aware of the fact that it was retaliatory, which is why they're not making a big deal about it. They're not sending some pop-up inspection. We got an opportunity to respond. People's lives are not at risk.
That's
They're in the business of saving lives, not destroying them.
Yes, exactly.
And so once that's complete, I'll just make sure that everybody knows, hey, this is like formally, they've let us know that it's good to go. But just to be fair to you guys, in case something were to
Sure.
come up about it.
Well,
wanted to
thank you
make
for
you
telling
aware.
us. Well, I have faith and confidence that you guys are not doing anything illegal against OSHA, so.
We trained 4 times more than any department in the county.
Yeah,
Where's that?
yeah, you guys are good.
It's just stuff, just.
It's just like when we had the Department of Labor claims after we had the leadership change at the end of 24.
Just sour curry.
Exactly,
Sour
and so
curry.
it's a hazard of it, but also, if we're gonna keep a positive perspective on it, none of those were violations for us. And, we had several apparatuses, it wouldn't have been crazy to assume that maybe one of our seatbelts wasn't working or something. It would have been a good opportunity at that
Yeah,
moment
so
to
now you
find
know.
out that
Now
that was the case. Now we
Confirmed you're
know.
good.
Exactly, so
Confirmation.
it's like just more proof in the pudding for us that we're fine.
Yes,
Due
absolutely.
diligence.
Yes.
Yes.
So the next thing then is that I got word last week that the State Board of Accounts is ready to conduct an audit. The last audit that we had was like 2018 through 2021, I believe. And that was like right as Trish left office, she got notified, and then I took over and kind of walked in and started that audit. So this one, they're supposed to do it every 2 years. They haven't audited us since 23, and really the last year they audited was 21. So at this point, they're 4 to 5 years behind. So it's not a big deal. It's not because we've done anything. It's our turn. It's not fun. I'm not loving it. But I have sent them all the prelim stuff for now. 2022 was Trish's last year in office. Typically, there is like an entrance and an exit conference, and a trustee will invite a board member. I am going to invite Trish to join that one as the board representative, but also because it was 1 year worth of her time as trustee. So when we get to that point, I will loop you guys in. But primarily, I'm letting you know because obviously there's a cost when they audit us.
Okay.
They will charge us a
You know
lot
when
of
that's,
money.
when is that gonna be again?
We haven't set any dates. yet.
Okay.
No, not yet.
Yeah, just
So
keep in mind.
we'll be working through years 22 through 25 right now. And I'm not exactly sure how it'll go. A lot of it, most of it, I've just direct uploaded it online when they send me the request for the documents. I've answered some questions about a few things, and now I think they'll probably take that and start making their specific, voucher requests and receipt requests and all that. So we'll go from there when we get there. But I'm not worried about it. The next is the fire territory has made a recommendation regarding the decals. Remember we talked about decals on that new ladder truck last time?
Yeah.
So we are ready to move forward with that. We've gotten a quote, Rapco, the same place that's done all of them, and it'll be uniform with the rest of them. It's $1,610 to decal the whole truck, which is crazy. And here is a proof of what it will look like if you want to do it.
It's
I think Trish has already seen it in the
Crazy.
last meeting.
crazy expense.
That is like so
That's
much cheaper than I
cheap,
thought it was gonna
I
be.
know, it is.
That's about what it cost us, I think, to do the ambulance, right?
We're sending it to you.
No, they use it different.
Oh, I like it, sure.
And what's nice-
Wow,
This
nice,
has-
very good.
This material has a 5-year warranty.
Nice.
That's
And they're
what-
just right in Chesterfield. They're so good to us. They're the ones like they let us split an invoice one year because it was the end of the year and our budget was not as
Oh,
small. And then we were able to, do half in December and half in
That's good.
January.
Where are they in Chesterfield?
Right, you know where Bamboo House is?
Yep.
That building
It's
that's
right
like,
behind it.
yeah, they kind of sit like on
There used to
32,
be
but
the
further
carpet
back.
store.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I think it used to be a carpet business.
We're gonna start
or
working with
something.
them also, so they don't have the garage space to larger vehicles. So we're gonna help them, as more fire departments get the word out there that they need stuff done, they'll bring a fire truck down here and decal it for the day and then take it
Oh,
off.
cool.
And then they'll discount our prices moving forward.
Nice.
Oh, good deal.
So the territory has made the recommendation that you guys approve paying the $1,610 out of the territory
Sure.
general fund to get that decal for us. So if you guys are good with that, if somebody wants to make a
I'll make a
motion.
motion for the decals for the water truck.
I'll second.
Dennis, you the second? Okay. Everybody in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay. So on this one, Teresa and Dennis, you missed it. So we kind of talked about it. I had originally put these amounts in here because we had these Hoosier Fire invoices. They were actually ones from last year. I did not have the correct invoices. The quotes that we've obtained for the repairs are from Stoops Freightliner and from J&J. So I'll walk the two of you back through it. So Stoops Freightliner gave us a quote to fix tanker 85. Their quote was $1,319.66, so $1,300. We got a quote separately from J&J, which we've done work with as well, and Brandon Barnell, that's a member on our department, this is where he works. Their quote to fix tanker 85 for the exact same thing was $1,150. So the territory is making the recommendation to go with J&J. And then additionally, we have J&J give us a quote to fix engine 81, that's our big one. And it's got, it needs alignment, tie rod, kingpin, things like that. That is $1,850. And so they've made the recommendation to just go with J&J to fix both of these. They're local, they're in Sulphur Springs. And these were issues found during truck inspections, so we need to get them taken care of. And then, unlike what's on here, there is no repair quote for engine 82, which is nice, that saved us. So in total, we're looking at $1,850 for engine 81 and $1,150 for tanker 85. And we are looking for you guys to accept their recommendation.
I'll make an approval, a motion to approve that.
I second.
Trish, did you say you second?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody in favor?
I,
Anybody opposed? Were you guys here, I think you were here by the time we started talking about the consulting contract maybe for the capital assets.
I just read it.
Trish, will you give Teresa your copy, because I think somebody from the last meeting took a copy and actually.
This one?
Yes, because you saw it in the last meeting.
Yeah.
So part of the financial study and the 5-year master plan that we're doing with Keyser Consulting is basically trying to figure out a roadmap to how we can meet our equipment and apparatus needs over the next few years, because we know they're aging, and how we're gonna pay for it. And then additionally, during the State Board of Accounts audit, we don't have a good way that we're tracking any of our inventory or capital assets. That I think is not necessarily the main reason that we got into the position that we did, where they've aged to the point that they have. However, I think having that tool allows many more people to know the age that things are getting to, and then to kind of see
They
and
started that.
visualize
So it's
that.
just only $500 for
So
that?
normally it's 5,000,
Oh,
but
okay.
because we're already doing the financial study with them, they're going to do it for us for 2,500.
Okay,
And so I would like to pay for 1,500 of it out of the township fund, out of the general and the professional services line. I have it there to do it, and it takes some of that burden off of the territory fund. And then the territory board recommended paying the other 1,000 of it out of
Okay.
their
do
professional
you need a
services.
motion then for that?
To accept
I'll
it.
make a motion for
So
that.
can we approve, so we're approving the contract for this, and then additionally spending 1,000 from the fire territory and 1,500 from the township general?
Yes.
And I second.
Make a motion.
Teresa is the first, Trish is the second. Do you guys have any questions about it or what they'll be doing?
It's more or less we're just being proactive
Yeah.
instead of
Yeah,
reactive.
because they're making us do those capital asset plans now, and the more that we are prepared, the less money we have to transfer over to this
Sure.
road fund for the county to use.
That came out right when I was like, on my way out, I was like, oh.
Our roads should fix up at the county.
I was like, oh my God.
But we shouldn't be paying for it, we already pay tax to the county for those to be fixed. Because they're trying to take 20% of our reserves if we haven't allocated them to capital improvements. We have more than enough capital improvements and equipment purchases and things that we need. So this helps us say, look, these are legitimately our needs, we have consulting company come in and tell us, you know? Okay, so everybody in favor?
Yes.
Anybody opposed? Okay. Then we've already kind of talked about the EMS celebrations while we were reviewing,
Is it
so.
mostly just the Saturday then?
Yeah, it's just on that, just that Saturday. The whole week, I think, is EMS week, but just that
Okay.
Saturday is their
Saturday,
shindig.
All right.
Was there anything else, Bud? I don't think so, right? Election day went really well down here. The people who ran the polls were very happy. They even sent somebody out and bought Bud a card because he took
Oh.
such good care of them.
Oh,
Bought pizza and all that, so.
we did early, but
We-
sorry.
Forgot they were down.
We do expect that they'll probably want to do it here again. They have great
like
things to say. The space was perfect for it.
Oh, good.
And he did a bunch of improvements. There were some little expenses to clean the floor, the bathroom.
Oh, the bathroom
finished.
looks amazing.
When you
Door was
leave,
amazing.
leave
Yeah,
out
it
the
looks great.
main door by my office up here, he had the front of
yes.
that door re-decal out by my office, and then completely redid the hallway, so that old crappy carpet isn't there anymore. It looks very nice.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it looks very nice. So that went really well. I would expect that they'll want to
Same.
come
I
here
didn't
year
get that.
after year.
I didn't get that when I was there.
I'm kidding, I'm
Times
kidding.
have changed.
I know, right?
Well, good deal.
And,
Yeah, the bathroom's
it looks
amazing.
very nice.
It drives it very good. It's
Wait
like
till
an
you see
interior
it, wait till you see
decorated.
the entry, wait
Oh,
till
I
you see the
walked around
entryway,
and
yeah,
see
that's
that.
really, really nice.
Okay, so the last board did not set a meeting for the territory because we're not sure that they're gonna have a need to meet in June. There might be a couple of little repair things or something that come up, we can communicate that, but you guys just wanna leave it like to be determined right now on what we're gonna set the next.
I also suggested that if something happens and they need a part, that they can text us and, or, so if two of the three of us say
Yeah,
yes.
that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
So-
Yeah, we have
Sign
an
the
ordinance, they can need
minutes
part or
that I'm
something.
gonna- I need for last
Should we
meeting.
allocate out the expense, what is it normally, like $2,000 if it goes over that? then-
It's pretty standard, but we can touch base, when it comes to like emergency repairs and stuff, we have a little bit of flexibility. We can't wait sometimes
Right.
48 hours from when we're able to even call a meeting, you know, because we'll have to advertise it and then.
Yeah, just put the text out.
So if we need to, we could get a quote or whatever for those
Sure.
repairs, and then obviously,
I know,
you
you
can
can call me.
formally or officially handle it. Okay, so if you guys are good, then somebody can motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
Wait, Dennis, you're the second? Okay, everybody in favor?
Yeah.
Everybody in favor of adjourning? Girls, are we in favor of adjourning?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, all right, and
This is for.
6:59 PM adjourned. Let me turn this light off here.
That's her. Oh. Well, thank you very much for all your hard work. Yeah,
I know.
You guys have been good